Wilson, the alarms have woken me up. What's going on? Power, you say? Do we have a problem with power? This is still all on? I see what you mean. Let's sort out getting infinite lava. I suspect our ranged pump is running out of lava and therefore we're not producing enough power. So I'm going to get on and do a create pump thing, because the pumps in create, if they have a large enough source block area, they treat it as infinite. So we'd have infinite lava. And I'll upgrade some of the doohickeys down there to be more efficient. Back in a mo. Right, Wilson. Infinite lava done. Good, isn't it? Windmill, you've seen these before, to generate some rotational energy. It's producing enough. Now we have a hose pulley, and you can see there it says the targeted body of fluid is considered infinite, because this is a big lava lake. I think it needs 10,000 source blocks around it and it will consider it infinite. We are moving the hose pulley with our rotational energy and a few cogs. We have it attached to a mechanical pump, and this pump is pointing that way, so it's sucking out the lava. And then a few more pipes into a tank. Again, rotational energy being transferred here using some cogs into the pump, into a tank, just because, you know, I like tanks. Bit of laser IO, so this is a fluid extract node and a fluid insert node into our ender tank. That is giving us the lava. You can see we're getting the lava because I have chunk loaded that area. So now we're getting the lava, and then I've performed some upgrades here. So this pipe now has a diamond upgrade. It can transfer 2 buckets every tick. And I've upgraded these guys with a multi-cycle injector, which is an efficiency upgrade. So it's using the fuel more efficiently to generate its 320 RF per tick. And these two are at this level, so they're only producing 160 RF per tick. And we're getting a net gain again. Okay, Wilson, drastic measures have been taken. We now have Stirling dynamos that burn logs, hooked up with some laser IO nodes to a double chest, which I've filled with logs, to try and maintain enough power that we can do stuff. I've disconnected that line, and that line, so only the storage system is connected to power. So like my screens over there and over in Create Land won't be working now. But hey ho, we need to do some real power stuff now. So I'm going to try and get into Flux networks and Extreme Reactors. Right, Wilson, let's talk Flux first. What do we need? Well, Flux. We need Flux plugs, which have flux blocks and flux cores, which are obsidian and flux dust and ender eyes. We need flux points, which are flux cores and redstone. We probably want a flux controller. We probably want basic storage and more advanced storage stuff. But basically, we need a lot of flux dust and a lot of obsidian, because making flux dust is actually obsidian as well. How do we get obsidian? Well, I'm going to make a blast chiller, which can turn lava into obsidian. We now have infinite lava, so I need some packed ice, which means a bit of silk touch action. So what I have done is I've made the silk touch upgrade for my mining laser, and you can toggle that. It doesn't allow fortune and silk touch. If I want fortune, I have to come in here and change it. If I want silk touch, I come in here and change it. So I'm off to get some ice. I'm going to make a blast chiller. I'm going to make lots of obsidian, so we can then make lots of flux dust and all the flux stuff. Right? See you in a minute. Obsidian production, check. So we've got upgrades in here. This is using lava coming from our pump, and these produce obsidian. Basically, how much have we got? obsidian. We've got 116. It's going to be slow because the lava's also being used for power, but once we get our power station set up, it won't be used for that, so we'll get more obsidian. Right, next, flux dust. Now this, apparently, meant to work. The mechanic is so cool. Piece of obsidian above some bedrock and needed. Hence why I've come to my Nevermind, because I'm right near the bedrock. Redstone underneath. Right click. Left click. And you get flux dust. Now, we can come here. I've made a flux block that required an awful lot of flux dust. But we can now do it above a flux block. So I can throw my redstone here. And left click. Oof. The only thing is, I now need to mine you out the way. Right, Wilson, Extreme Reactor stuff. We needed a lot of graphite, and I've now set up a graphite production line. Look. My graphite production line. So laser IO node is connected to our interface, and its interface is now importing logs. The interface is now importing oak logs on the orange channel. And it's putting oak logs in here. Upgraded this guy, so it's now converting that oak log into graphite. I can turn it off at this point if I need to, because we don't want to waste all of the logs. Its configuration is to output on the right. This is getting the graphite and turning it into... This is getting the charcoal and turning it into graphite, which is extracted and put back in the system. So we now have 315 graphite. Perfect. Next, iron. I need a lot of iron. So we are going to go to the mining dimension. There is a mining dimension. We just need to craft up a few bits. Let's put you in there. And plop you there. Right. Let's go have a look at the mining dimension, shall we? And the plan is to simply dig. For the record, I am still doing this. Right, Wilson. One chunk done. How did we get on? 400 odd iron, 300 odd, nearly 400 redstone, nearly 100 diamonds, lots of lapis, lots of uranium. All the ores, really. Let's take this back and get it processed. Oh boy, Wilson. Iron? Did we need iron? I needed nearly 2,500 ingots just for the casings. But we did it. We have all of the things we need to build a big reactor, an extreme reactor. But I had to dig out all of this manually to get the iron that I needed for all of these things. It was mad. But anyway, we did it. Oh yeah, and I had to set up a thing over here, a pyrolyzer, because I needed to make coke for steel. So we now get coke from here that helps us make steel, which was more iron. So the amount of iron I needed would be over 3,000 ingots, and I have about none left, I think. 3 left. So we can't do any more, really, apart from build this big reactor. But we've got all we need. So let's go make this reactor. I have made a place. Ooh, no, I don't want to go there. I want to go there, and then I want to go up here. Are you following me? Right, got a place up here. Nuclear reactor. I've got a dugout an area here. There's ways down to the main kind of underground stuff here, and a beep down here. We can get here. Very nice, very nice. And we're going to build this reactor. Wilson? Wilson? Go over here and watch me build a reactor. And it's built. What do you reckon? Definitely a nuclear reactor. Yep. So we have inside, let me go up and you can see the top. inside here we have 8 fuel rods with control rods on the top, and it's being cooled by Enderium. So Enderium blocks cooling the thing. We've got our forge power tap here, so we can plug our network to this point. We have our fuel input here, and we have our waste output here. I'm going to pop a chest, I think, in front of this. So let's see, have we got a diamond chest lying around? No, we shouldn't need a diamond one anyway. Let's pop a chest to there. So this is our waste output. We'll sort that out later. And we need to shove a load of uranium in here. Let's get some uranium on us. Uranium. I've got quite a lot of uranium. Let's shove a lot in. We don't need to worry about it for a while. Okay. Probably pop a chest on the front of that as well for now. Chest, please. I think I can put a chest here and pop you lot in there, and eventually it will go through that lot. Right. Should we turn it on? Either we're going to blow up the whole base and all die, but then I'll regenerate and be alone again. Or it'll be fine. Right. Let's see. And on. It's climbing. The heat's climbing. The power is climbing. Hey, you know what? This isn't bad. Anyone will think I actually tested whether this would work or not. So we are generating 9,000 a tick. Huh? Not bad, right? Now, let's hook up a Flux network and send that energy into our main energy cube. Woohoo! Flux plug. Pop you on there. And let's create our first network. And I'm going to call this the Reactor network. So this is just going to be energy from the reactor, and it's going to be public because I'm playing on my own. Create. Assign that to the reactor and bypass the limit because I want it to be able to transfer at its max. Right. Let's go down and connect it to our cube. Connected to the cube, we have our plug. I've called it reactor input. Connected to the reactor network. You can see here, and it's bypassing the limit. We're moving 600 FV, 600 RF per tick. This is now full, and I've set up a storage tank, basic one for now, which can hold about 1 million. We'll get bigger ones than that, and a controller. So I have now enabled wireless networking. So, whoosh, these things are charged automatically. Good, isn't it? Eventually, I'm going to sort out a way of separating the networks and monitoring what is doing what with the power. So farms will be on their own kind of network, and machines and the house, you know, will have thermal monitoring. How much energy is the thermal using? How much energy is the forge using? The foregoing using? That's the plan. But look, we're all set up. You know what? I think I've done enough today. This has been an epic journey to get ourselves to the point where we now have a nuclear reactor producing 9,000 RF per tick, which should keep our energy needs done for the foreseeable future, although I do foresee us using more. I know we've got to build dimensions at some point. I think I'm going to have a nap. Next time when I get up, we have got to deal with auto crafting because we keep running out of space. And I want to get this foregoing stuff going so I can get my mob farm done to make lots of iron, because I don't want to have to dig up 3,000 ingots worth of iron again. Right. I will see you in the morning, dear boy. Bye for now.